All right, everybody, welcome to this reading. This is a random for whoever message, so if the title grabs you, then there's something in here for you. I will do an extended and take a look at any zodiac signs that do show up. All right, so this week is going to be all about activating your cosmic mission. Tuesday evening, I'm going to be doing a class about that. We're going to be talking about accessing the 8th and 9th chakras, the higher chakras that are over your head, that are really connected to your spiritual path on this life. That's happening on Tuesday, so there's a link below if you want to jump on. We'll be talking more about that in Wednesday's live with YouTube members and Thursday's live, so I'll be doing some little lessons in there, just so you know, okay? So all of that stuff is in the description box below, links to those memberships, etc., etc. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Deliver your greatest gift to the world. Yeah, that's about activating your cosmic mission. Wanted universe creators. Your effortless effort is fully required. This is about manifestation and about being in your gift and releasing the outcome. That is the thing I think that most people, when they're manifesting, don't realize is maybe even more important than the intention you're creating. It's about unhooking yourself, detaching from the outcome, and allowing the universe to work its magic. I feel like this is very specific intent. You might have a very specific intent right now. We do have an interesting July lining up for astrology. I will do a separate video about that so you can understand what's coming. And we do have right out the gate, July 1st, we do have a Pluto square Mars. Okay, and Mars is about taking action, and Pluto is about like wanting to change everything, wanting to just get rid of everything and start fresh and all of that. And that can be happening, but it might not be in your best interest to do that. I feel like it's much more about the Cancer new moon that we're having. Like, what are you really feeling? What are you really wanting to create? Instead of it just being like a forcing something, it's much more about accessing your feelings about things, accessing your inner wisdom about things, and proceeding that way rather than just, it's like, how many Monopoly games have ended because people just flip the board? Flipping the board is what Pluto square Mars is, okay? This is more subtle. I mean, there's a lot of things more subtle than that, but this does feel like more purposeful. It feels a little bit more, Pluto is in Capricorn, so that's kind of, to me, that's kind of nice, balancing energy about like, Capricorn doesn't flip the board. Capricorn's like, okay, what's going to get me from here to there? It's that Mars energy that flips the board. Just saying. And Mars is in Aries right now, so you can see that. All right, let's keep going here because I do feel like there is something about manifesting the life of your dreams or manifesting the person you want and really recognizing like, okay, I have to set some intention for this. That you might be noticing that things are not as random as you think when you manifest something that, maybe not is like super duper important to you, but it's something that, it's like, be kind of fun. Wouldn't it be cool if, like, make that a journal prompt. Wouldn't it be cool if, right? And that's the way you got to do it. You got to play it a little bit lighter because there's some heavy, serious energy around. 8 of Swords, Ace of Cups, here we go with the heavy, serious energy. Knight of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, woo, 10 of Swords, the World, okay. So that feels like something ends before it even gets going because of a heavy or a more serious perspective on a connection than is really necessary. Like maybe that's not who that person is in your life, right? There's a new opportunity here, and our mindset, 8 of Swords, for seriousness, this Virgo energy of Knight of Pentacles, can really doom something before it gets going. So just put a pin in that. There we go. Virgo, more Virgo energy. Hermit, Justice, Libra, I like that. Ace of Pentacles, good, good, balancing. King of Cups, Star, oh, lightning and brightening here. King of Swords, Knight of Cups, the Moon, Seven of Swords. All right, so this is about secrets. I feel like that might be the thing here. Like there's a real trust issue going on. And so we're flipping the board here a little bit because of this feeling that there's something going on behind the scenes. Clarify the Moon and the Seven of Swords, because we do have that new moon in Cancer. And Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords is an obfuscation or a lie or a something going on behind the scenes that you haven't really seen. And it can be your own approach to something, your own way of looking at something, like super defeatist, like, oh, this, you all know those people, right, who are going on a first date or something like that, and they're like, oh, this is never going to turn out to be anything. And I feel like there's an attempt there to lighten the mood for themselves, like, it's not serious, this is so serious, but internally what they're actually saying is, I don't think I deserve this, or I don't think I deserve anything great. So I'm just not going to attach to it too early on and feel like it's going to be a thing for me. I just, I have to protect myself from disappointment. So I'm going to immediately doom it from the start. So I feel like whoever I'm talking to has a lot of hope and a lot of, they've worked on themselves, Hermit and Justice, balancing themselves, so that something new can be real and legitimate. I do feel like whenever something is overly romantic, so I could be talking to, I see Aquarius here, I see Virgo energy, a lot of Virgo energy, Aquarius, Libra, Pisces, Virgo. I'll take a look at those in the extended. And it's sort of like if something is overly romantic, they don't trust it, but this is a trust issue thing. Like if I go all in on this, and you don't have to, there's like a middle ground. You don't have to go all in like right away, but just be like, I'm open to the possibilities of whatever this is going to be. I'm open to it. I'm open to it. All right. That puts you in more of a balanced place. Okay. The Justice card puts you in more of a balanced place. And you see the Cups, King of Cups here and the King of Swords. What's in the middle here is the hope energy of the Star. It's also healing this feeling of wicked negative or super magical, right? Like neither one of those things is really later in the month, later in July, and I will talk about this. I'll put a little link here to the July astrology reading. But later in July, when we have a full moon in Capricorn, right? Like there's all kinds of interesting things around that full moon in Capricorn, including an aspect with Chiron. And what this is about is having a little optimism and a little reality, right? We don't have to go all in with one or all in with the other. Can't there be like, like whatever this turns out to be, it's great. Like whatever happens, happens. And I'm healing my tendency here to be too much on the romantic or too much on the cynical. Some of you, I'm getting a little bit of a whiff of the polarity with your twin flame, which is one of you is super cynical and one of you is super romantic. And so that can doom things from the start. It's almost like you need to find some middle ground. All right. They're not compromise. We're not talking about necessarily compromise because nothing has really started yet. What we're talking about is an approach. How am I looking at this experience? Am I doing it from the start or am I giving it a shot? And that's the Star energy here, healing that tendency, the polarity there to be, oh, this is so much work, or, oh, it should be no work at all, right? Like, okay. So please clarify the Moon, Five of Wands. Please clarify the Seven of Swords, Chariot. Any more clarification here, please? Doot and doot. Okay, so the two fives here. Fives are about change, right? And we have this Five of Wands, which is other people, or you. In this deck, this is the mythic deck, you and me against the problem versus me against you with this Five of Cups. This is Eros and Psyche, and he flees her. But look at the Five of Wands. They're helping each other. Okay, then it's not Eros and Psyche and the Five of Wands, but you get my point. It's like, let's both give this a chance. And that's the Chariot energy, Cancerian energy. We're in Cancerian energy now, about like pulling things together. Like, I give a little, you give a little, together we change the world. Okay. And then the Queen of Swords here is the feminine energy. Oh, get a tingles on this one. The feminine energy of Cancer, and the masculine energy here, the King of Swords, is Aquarius. So this is about feelings versus thoughts. And when we do have this Cancer Capricorn dichotomy, which is what we're going to have this month, there is this sense of all practical versus all spiritual, or all 3D versus all 5D. And the Queen of Swords is the blending of the feminine of the cups here and the masculine of the mindset of, okay, I'm making some intention and I'm putting some high velocity feeling behind it. And then I'm, you guessed it, releasing it to the universe. Your effortless effort is fully required. This is very philosophical in Wu Wei. Kind of Wu Wei is about like allowing things to show up in their own time, but also allowing things to grow or wither or connect, just allowing it. And there's like a real sense of lack of trust here, that kind of, when you have Pluto square Mars, there's a lack of waiting to see how things happen. It's more flipping the board. Like, if I don't get what I want, boom, it sucks, it's over, it's awful. And hi, Char. Let me get one more little advice here, because you're working to heal this balance. Yes. Why don't you just tell me what this card's? I'm working to heal the balance. Did I need this card? Maybe not. But that's what Justice is saying here, that we're healing this tendency to go too deep on feelings or too deep on cynicism. We're really working with that. We're also working with the idea of it's too hard, or everything must be easy in order for it to for me to feel like this is for me. Everything has to go smooth sailing, or it's not for me. It's not aligned. That's not true. That's not true. Because you're here to learn. You're here to put in effortless effort. Okay, effortless effort, which is the alignment, means you take action on the movement of things, being in the flow. You still have to take action, though. And challenges still do come up, because it's about learning. Okay? So we're really balancing these kinds of ideas, these kinds of belief systems. And I think sometimes we don't even know. I think sometimes we're acting kind of automatically, very unconsciously, because these are belief systems we had as a child. Right? Whatever belief system you had as a child is something that might come up this month, because we do have that opposition of Cancer and Capricorn. The full moon and the new moon, they're in opposition. When it's a full moon, they're in opposition. When it's a new moon, they're aligned. But this is definitely, Capricorn is the father and Cancer is the mother. So if you don't get what you want from dad, you go to mom. Kind of a thing. Okay? So we're working on balancing that. That's why Justice is here. And actually the Hermit a little bit too, because Hermit is Virgo. And Virgo has a sense of practicality of what works and what doesn't. And Justice is this mindset of what I'm going to put into it versus what other people put into it, the sense of balance of things. We're really healing our heart and our mindset here. Okay? And it's triggering some trust issues. So be careful of just upending the board. So in the extended, I will look at, most definitely, Cancer. We have Cancer and Pisces and Aquarius here. We've got Libra and Virgo. I'll take a look at Capricorn too, since I've been talking about it. All right, so messages for those signs. let's see where we go. Link is below if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.